I have no plans. Not like no plans tonight, like no plans for this video. Like usually when I start a video, I had the idea that I was going to film. Maybe I don't know what I'm gonna film. Usually with vlogs, I just kind of wing it. That's kind of the idea. But I had no plans to film today. I had no plans to film even 20 minutes ago. I just picked up my camera now. What you're seeing is raw. What the fuck? My camera is just like not focusing on me lately. I don't know what the deal is. It's like, you work for me, okay? Never forget that. I was just thinking and felt like chatting with you guys, even though, I don't know. I really love doing vlogs because I feel like, well, obviously it feels like more natural and more me because it is me, but I also feel like more of a community with vlogs. Like I feel like I'm talking to you guys right now, even though I'm literally talking to no one. I actually have to edit and upload this in order to be talking to anybody. So like that is not lost on me, but like I know where this is going. I know it's gonna be uploaded and people are gonna comment and I'm like, that's who I'm talking to. What am I talking about? Anyway, to give you a little insight on my brain right now, I'm just posted like a, not a poll, but like a question, you know, the question box on Instagram stories. Do you follow me on Instagram? Like sometimes like please do, because sometimes I'll be like, I'll reference something and then I'm like, did you see that? Are you a follower? Anyway, so I just posted on my Instagram story one of those question things where I'm like, you know, you ask a question, people can respond with their answers. I asked you guys what kind of videos you want to see. And the reason is that is because I feel a little uninspired. Well, I guess I feel not, I don't feel totally uninspired. Maybe that's not the right word. I feel reserved. I feel like a little lost. And the reason is that I feel maybe people are getting sick of me. Oh, I almost don't even want to put that out in the universe because I don't even want to, like, I don't know. Okay. Ugh. This is what brought it up. Because someone, I get this a lot. And that people are like, teach me how to have confidence. You're so confident. You know, blah, 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 blah. All this about confidence and how I am it and how you aren't. Here's the thing. I'm not. Have I tricked you? Like, I don't know. I think confidence, at least for me, is kind of like a facade. Like, not that I'm never confident and not that I'm like, I don't know. I'm not like the most insecure person in the world. I think I do have confidence in some areas, or sometimes I'm like really confident and other times I'm not at all. But I'd say in general, like I'm not like I haven't like figured something out that you don't know. You know what I mean? Like when you guys say like, how are you confident? Or I want to be confident like you. And it's like, you probably are more like me than you think. And I feel like that's kind of spilling over to my videos right now. This is a weird business. This is a weird job / career, whatever the fuck I've chosen for myself. Things ebb and flow so much to where like I could be getting a ton of views and engagement and followers and subscribers, and you get a little bit of a rush from that and you get confidence from that and you feel a bit more secure in what you say and do because you're like, people are responding, people like me, this is working. And then there are times where like things are down, like people are not resonating with what you're doing, people don't like what you're doing, maybe you're you know, having a weird month or day or whatever, and that's kind of translating and people aren't responding to it, or maybe other people are busy and not really watching YouTube videos right now. Whatever the case, like, it's a constant up and down. It's like up, down, sometimes it's a plateau. And right now things are like down for me. Like my videos aren't getting as much engagement or views. That's scary to me. And I want to be like one of those people that's like, I'm so cool and like whatever. I don't do it for the popularity or the attention. And it's like, I don't, but also I do, because it's like, I'm not gonna, why else would I do it? It's like, obviously you want an audience, otherwise you're just like barking into a cave and no one's listening. And because this is my job, it can get scary to think like, am I becoming irrelevant? Ugh. This like universe, and I'm not one of those people that's like, social media has ruined the world. I honestly like get really annoyed with those people, because it's like, sure, it's made things so different, and in some ways they're worse, but in a lot of ways it's better. And also I'm just fine with like rolling with it. Like, I feel like, I don't know, when like people are like, remember when people used to talk to each other? Now they're all Facebooking, and it's like, shut up. I'm just, you know, I don't know. I like what the internet has done. I like my job, but we all are struggling with, am I getting, like, with validation. You know, whether you're an influencer or not. Like, we're all putting a lot of emphasis on how many likes or retweets or whatever we're getting. But because like my living and everything I've worked for is like so tied to it, it can like really send me on a spiral. And like, I feel like I'm really scared right now. And I just want to be honest, because I'm just not always confident. And I don't always know what videos to put out, because it's like, right now I don't, because my engagement and views are down, I'm like, well, maybe they don't want to see me anymore. And then that makes me feel shy and reserved and scared to, you know, be myself, and kind of like, it almost limits me. Whereas like when I'm feeling really good, I can kind of like really give a video my all, or I can like get really creative with ideas. But like right now I feel like kind of scared and like, oh, I almost don't want to go outside, so to speak. I'm, in terms of like getting online is what I mean. It's a metaphor. Wow, it's already been 10 minutes and I've just been talking about this. This is not really a vlog, or is it? Are we calling this a vlog? Anyway, I'm confident sometimes, but I'm not right now. Not in my work, not in my future, not in my appearance. Just not, I'm not feeling confident right now. So, but anyway, a lot of you guys responded saying vlogs, you want vlogs, and I'm like, okay, I'll do more vlogs, because I really like vlogs. But they're also hard to do when I'm not feeling confident, because it requires me to be myself and to like have personality, and when you're feeling like insecure and scared, that doesn't translate. But so that's why I'm like just decided to, you know, I guess the vlogs can't always be funny, you know what I mean? I need to get my phone, because I want to see what else you guys are suggesting. But anyway, yeah, so I wanted to just be like, it just occurred to me that I'm like, stop being scared, like legitimately have a conversation and ask, like, if my views are down, like, what do you want to see? I only want to put things out. Obviously, like, I'm not going to do anything that I don't want to do, but it's like, you know, if you want to see, like, a couple people were like, yeah, do more makeup videos, like makeup looks where you're just like kind of playing around and not makeup reviews. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I guess I have been doing more reviews because I think I was like, oh, that's what people want to see. But if you want to see me playing with my makeup, hell yeah, that's what I want to do too. But yeah, most of you are like vlogs, cats, cooking, you know, that kind of stuff. And so maybe I just need to get back to the basics. You know, and if anyone's like, oh, well, like there's a lot of sponsored stuff, but it's like the thing is like there's just always gonna be sponsored stuff. I can't, if I didn't do that, then I'd have to like get a full-time job, and then I wouldn't be able to film a lot anyway. So it's like a means for me to be able to sustain doing ceramics and making videos, which I'm hoping you still want to see. But for the things that aren't sponsored, I do want to do more of the things that maybe brought you to my channel in the first place. And I'm just feeling like, I don't want you to feel like I'm not caring anymore, because I definitely care. I care like a lot, to the point that I'm like, it's making me afraid to take a step forward. Does any of this make sense? But I do feel better when I like just talk to you guys and connect and say, hey, what videos do you want to see? And then you guys like list off a bunch of things that I've done before and that you guys like and that I like doing, and it just kind of reminds me of like, okay, yeah, I don't have to always be innovative and come up with brand new fresh ideas. I can just sometimes do the things that I like and that you guys like vlogs, or like fun makeup videos, or like, I really want to do another apartment tour, even though I've already done an apartment tour. My apartment has like changed so much since the first one. Like I watched it recently because I was like thinking about it, and I was like, well, let me see how much it's changed. It's totally different. That's all I want to do. I just want to talk about like makeup and beauty and like ceramics and seashells and home decor. And I just want to like be silly and goofy. Oh, and clothes. I want to talk about clothes too. Hello, look at my new shirt. I feel like that's why you guys are here too. Anyway, ugh. It's hard to not like compare yourself to other lifestyle vloggers. I don't know, sometimes I just see them and I'm like, wow. On one hand, I'm like, I don't want to do that. You know, like I don't want to have this like heavily produced life, and to where like everything I do is like for public consumption, and then it's like, where does my real life begin and the facade ends? Like I don't want it to be like that. But sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm doing it wrong. These are just the crazy OCD thoughts that swirl and swirl and swirl in my brain until I go to sleep, and then they work their way into my dreams. But yeah, even right now, I'm saying things and I'm scared of the comments. Does that make sense? That is my, like, you know how women apologize all the time? Like even when they shouldn't? The thing I say like as a woman constantly is, does that make sense? And it always makes sense. Like, especially if I'm talking to a man, like I try not to do it, but like I'll be like, yeah, I want my dry cleaning ready by Tuesday. Does that make sense? I'm like, who's confused about that? But anyway, what was I saying? Right. Yeah, I feel reserved. I kind of want to come out of my shell, and I feel like the only way to do that is for me to just like acknowledge the elephant in the room. I'm not confident right now. I'm feeling like, okay, you know when you're like in the middle of a conversation and you're talking with someone and like you can very much tell that the person you're talking to is like checked out of the conversation and is done, but for whatever reason you like keep going and you're like, oh my god, I'm absolutely boring this person, I can't stop. Has that ever happened to anybody? Anyway, I feel like that right now, where I'm like, no one cares. And of course I know that that's not true, that not no one cares. But these are like the anxiety thoughts that keep coming up. That's like, no one cares, why are you doing this? And so even right now I like feel reserved because I'm actually terrified, and I'm like rambling now because I'm terrified that someone's gonna be in the comments and being like, actually, I used to love you. And someone probably will. And you know what? That also shouldn't matter. But I just wanted to get real with you for a sec and acknowledge that I don't feel confident all of the time, and that that's okay, and that what I actually built my whole channel on is being real. And so so that's what I have to do. I have to just say when I don't feel good. I think I just, yeah, I get caught up in like having to let people assume my life is perfect, and my makeup's always done, and my hair's always done, and I always have cool clothes, and I must have the best life. And it's like, I just want to let go of that expectation for myself, because that's not true. Like, I don't always have my makeup done. I don't always have my hair done. I feel like I don't have the nicest clothes. Like, everything I own is like from Zara, basically. Whereas like everyone I follow on Instagram is like designer this or designer that, where mine's cool and like was made out of hemp, and it's eco-friendly and sustainable, and you're a piece of shit. Me. Yeah, that's just the thoughts I have. Why? I'm being really negative, I can tell, but like, I'm not that hard on myself generally. I'm just like sharing these feelings, which is scary, to be vulnerable. But I noticed that I don't look you guys in the, I almost said in the eye. I'm like, I'm not looking in the eye, but like when I'm like rambling, I look away. I think it's like an attention thing. Like if I'm looking, I'll lose my train of thought. Like I have to like look off. But I also think it's a vulnerability thing, that it's almost like I can't look you in the eye when I'm being vulnerable. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? But yeah, I just really talked for 20 minutes. Maybe this won't be a vlog. Maybe this will just be a video in itself. Except I can't edit it right now because my computer's in the freaking shop. I just like, it's not even 2 years old, and I just like turned it on and the screen won't work. So when you see this, just know I got my computer back and it works. But yeah, those are the thoughts. No one likes me. People are getting tired of me. I'm gonna end up with a dead channel and no money. Also, everything I own is from Zara and no one cares. Other people have nicer things. You're not thin enough. You're not rich enough. You're not pretty enough. Maybe you should get Botox. Maybe you should get fillers. But that's so cliche. And then everyone will say something about you getting Botox or fillers. Like, these are like, it's like, I just can't win. That's how I feel. But I'm fine and I'm happy. Like, these things can exist. They're not mutually exclusive. They can exist at the same time. Like, I can be happy and enjoy my life and also not feel confident and feel, you know, like all of these things I just mentioned. I don't know. We all feel this way, right? Please tell me. But anyway, sorry to lie to you. I'm not confident. I just don't know if I'm a role model. Like, no one's ever said I'm a role model, but like I get the impression that's like, that's what I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm supposed to be this body posy, like, role model. I'm supposed to be like the big sister or little sister if you're older, person that uplifts you and I don't know, maybe no one's putting that pressure on me. Maybe I'm putting that pressure on myself, but I feel like I'm supposed to be this role model, so I have to not I have to not let my insecurities show, because if I tell someone that I'm insecure, then they're like, well then where's the hope for me? I don't know. I'm just like, this is also therapeutic because these are things I think, but I've not said them out loud, and I'm saying them out loud. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. Is my therapist watching? Help. My goddamn camera stopped recording. It's like right when I'm getting real. Anyway, I was saying that I don't think I'm a role model, or I don't want to be, but I think that maybe I'm just want to be a person that in turn makes you feel more normal, because I also have the crazy like fucked up thoughts that you have. Does that make sense? It literally was so hard not to say it. Maybe this should just be a video in itself, because then what am I gonna do? Like, then I'm gonna be like, I'm like talking about this fucked up shit, and then I'm gonna be like, on my way to Starbucks tomorrow. That's it. That's what I wanted to share. I don't know. I was gonna maybe close it with a resolution of some sort, but maybe there isn't one. I was gonna be like, okay, so I'm gonna try harder to make more vlogs or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I will, but also maybe just me saying it is enough for now, of like acknowledging, hey, I'm scared, I don't really know what I'm doing right now, I'm afraid no one likes me anymore, and also I'm not very confident. I don't know, maybe just put that out in the air, and I don't know, I feel like when you acknowledge it, you can just kind of move on from it. So I'll just keep on keeping on, and I'm also really hungry, so I'm gonna go eat, and I'll see you in my next video.